RV toy haulers are fantastic for full-time RVing because you can utilize that garage space as an extra bedroom or office. What they often lack is living space. You guys aren't even ready for this one. It's amazing. Come see.
It's tour day. Today we're going to take you on a tour of the inside and a little bit of the outside of our Heartland Cyclone King 4101 S5.
Oh, she got the whole thing right. That's awesome.
I had to practice it a few times. A little backstory, we bought this thing back in February of the same week that we also purchased a house and a truck. And then we were in Phoenix until June getting our house ready for short-term rental. And so we weren't living in it at the time. We hit the road June 2nd. We've been in it now since then. So what are we, 2 months, 3 months?
We're a little ways
3 months
into
in.
it. Yeah, it's broke in,
yes,
if you will.
We've had
broke being the key word.
Making us go broke.
Yes.
We've had some time to settle in and we've got the kids' room all fixed up. If you missed that episode, you can check that out up here. I think that's all of the things. Let's
head
go inside.
That's what they're here for, yeah.
Hello, Smooch.
Always greeted by the doggos.
Yes. Welcome to our home. You guys have probably seen some of the inside of it already. Today it's nice and clean. It's the only time you're going to see it that way. Let's start in the kitchen. I'm going to show you a couple of hacks as I go through, and I'm going to open some but not all cabinets because some are just meant to never be seen by anyone. This is our kitchen, and we do have dishes under here. Oh, I wasn't supposed to say that. Okay. John already did dishes twice today, so we said no more. Up here we have huge cabinet space. It goes pretty deep in here. Storage up here. We have these little things you can get at Walmart. You're gonna find that we are not a Pinterest family. We just use what works and it doesn't always look pretty. And here we've got our food and then our random like dishware that went here so that the kids could access it better. We had to tie this because we keep our coolers up here and they don't quite fit. They kind of bulge, so I'm not gonna open that right now, but that's where our like day coolers, backpack coolers are. And then up here in this cabinet, this is where we keep our printer. Yes, we have a printer. We love our fridge. It sucks a lot of energy though, so that part is not so fun, but look at the space in this. Oh, I forgot to organize it.
Real life.
Real life. What I want to show you though about the refrigerator is this cool little thing I have found over here. This is a food saver handheld food saver. It's a handheld food saver and it's really cool. Special reusable bags, and they have this little hole right here. And so you fill it up and then you use your handheld thing and you suck all the air out. It's so small that I don't feel bad about bringing it with us. It's not taking up any space, and it saves space in our refrigerator because we can suck all the air out of all kinds of things and they last so much longer. We were throwing out produce like mad because it would go bad, and now it stays fresh longer and I can really pack it in the fridge. This convection microwave back here has gotten the most use out of all the appliances in our whole kitchen. We used to use our oven, our propane oven in Windy all the time, but now that I have a convection oven, I can't even imagine going back. We do use the oven sometimes when we're boondocking, but when we are on power, this convection microwave is perfect. Here we have the Cinder cabinet, and she is well aware what's in this cabinet.
Cinder sit, Cinder shake, Cinder eat.
And we have to make sure that it's absolutely shut when we leave. Otherwise, she will eat the whole bag of treats.
There's another spot down here. So this thing is actually literally designed for a locker like you would find at college or high school or something like that. So it's just a creative way to kind of raise the pots up so that we can utilize the storage space more. Speaking of storage space, let's move on to what is the office and the other eating areas of our house here. This is one of my favorite things about our RV, and it was honestly one of the like major selling points the very first time we walked into this one, is that Kristen would have a space that we could utilize not only for school but also for, you know, NOP work. And she's on the computer and doing editing and a lot of stuff like that very frequently throughout the day, and this is a fantastic space for her. It's got the big windows so she can look out and watch the kids while they're playing outside, and just also I love the lighting. There's a little cord hanging down because yes, we do have the big screen TV hanging down here with the sound bar up above. Honestly, we don't use this as much as we thought we would because we don't want to watch a whole lot of TV, but it's a cool little space. These are the storage cabinets where we keep all of the homeschool stuff that we use for the kids. Each child has their own bucket. You know, we've got books, they've got the laptops, they're the Chromebooks that they utilize that work fantastic with the program that we use for homeschool. And it all fits up really nicely in here. And then we have some extra stuff too, just to supplement. Yes, there's some candy up there for motivational needs. Found that kind of letting them find their own place to work in the morning and stuff works well for our kids. They do utilize this desk, as Kristen does too, but they also utilize the table. This was another big selling point for us when we saw this, is that there's also a space not only for us to sit, but to have dinner together if we wanted to. So we have the bench, and then we purchased these stools. They're the same ones that we utilize in our Desert Oasis property. If you're interested in that, you can check out that link above as well. It's because this place has so much storage. That's the junk cabinet. Everybody's got one of those.
Yeah. But this one is so beautifully organized.
Yeah. And they're just, you know, you can find these boxes. They're about the size of a shoebox. They're all over the place, but you label them, you stick them in there, and everything has a place. And everything is not always in its place, but we do our best. Keys and stuff up here, just like we did by the door in our last trailers, and also our map that we're very proud of. There's 10 states left to go. All right, let's talk about the couch. Hi, puppers. Cinder loves this couch because she can stretch all the way out on it. It does fully recline. The two end seats also have these little tray things that do come on and off that we like. A cup holder at the end of both with little lights and a USB thing on it. And every single one of these does recline and even goes back further. This is my favorite feature of this trailer. And if you needed extra cup space and there was only a few of you on here, you can utilize these here and another USB port. Here, let's talk about the command center. I really like the command center in this rig. I think we've talked about it in other videos and stuff before, but as you can see, when we turn around here, there are lights everywhere in this rig. It's one of Kristen's favorite things, in addition to the tall ceiling. I have the onboard generator, which is right here, with my two different fuel tanks. One of them's empty right now, the other one's 3/4 full. We have both the water heaters. I have both electric and gas on right now. All of our tank sensors. And then the controls for our first front awning, and then the slide out in the bedroom is right here as well. Our 3 thermostats. This one controls the AC in the center here of the rig in the living room. So let's check out the bedroom.
We don't have a lot to share about the bedroom, except that we really love our king-size bed that can raise and lower.
Welcome to my bathroom. This tub is amazing. I do love it. I can shave my legs in there. I love having a bathtub for Chloe. And the hack I wanted to show you in the bathroom, there's actually 2. Right here, this is a cereal box that we purchased at Walmart. It used to have a lid. We actually just trashed the lid or got rid of the lid, but it is the perfect size to make a little trash can container. So when you're thinking of putting things in your rig, sometimes you have to think outside the box a little bit, because the spaces here aren't like a regular house. It's very tiny, so it goes right there. And then this is a set of drawers that we used to have in Wendy and fit nicely in the cabinet in Wendy, but our cabinet here is a little bit different shaped, so it wouldn't fit in there. So this is our like toilet paper. The other hack I was going to show you, I did share this in a short form video, but this is a makeup holder, and the makeup holder itself is kind of dirty right now. So it's just like different size holes in there, and you can put things in there. So you could use this for chapstick or razor blades or whatever you want to put in there, and then it's rubberized. It actually came in this little tray, which I stuck more makeup in, but it fits so nicely inside our cabinet and it doesn't go anywhere because it's kind of rubberized like this, and I could take it out when I'm doing my makeup and just set it on the counter like this. And it's not gonna fall over or go anywhere. So I really love that, and I think it's a really great space-saving dual function thing for makeup.
Moving on to the kids' room, or should I call it the kids' cave. This is the garage section of our rig that we've turned into a bunk room. The boys each get a queen-sized bed that raises and lowers on the Happy Jack, and Chloe gets the loft. We used lights and curtains to personalize each space and installed a locker to give them a place to put their personal things. They have their own bathroom, a TV, a laundry machine, or future laundry machine. I'm still working on giving them the laundry chore. This is where the access is for the porch as well. We raise the beds up and there's a glass sliding door that allows us to get outside. We're currently in a very treed area, so the porch stays up and it makes this room pretty dark even during the day, but they actually kind of like it that way.
Okay, let's go check out the outside. Right off the bat, we have on this model, there are 3 awnings. We have the main one right here. There's one over what I call the kids section over that other door, and then there is a 3rd one on the back. Unfortunately, we can't access right now. Here we have our wonderful safety rail. Thank you, Moride. That is one of my favorite innovative products that I have ever seen. Have an outside kitchen. To be honest, we don't use this thing that much, but we do have a outside fridge. We're not sure if we're gonna keep it right here. We've talked about maybe moving it into the kids' room, but we haven't decided that yet. Also, there's a TV. And I remember when we were buying this thing, we all kind of laughed about the fact that there's a TV outside. If you've got them on the inside, I always thought that was kind of funny about RVs. But you know what? The other day this thing was out, the kids had brought their Xbox out here, set it on a table and hooked it up, and there was about 8 kids sitting out here all playing Fortnite together. So there is a good use for it, and they had a lot of fun. So I am thankful that we have it now. It's the outside kitchen. A little spray port right here, which I've talked about in another video that's really handy. 2 doors, we have the latchet locks on both of them. A big fan of those. It's getting a little bit dark, especially with this tree cover, which I love, but you can see the disappointment that I can't put the porch out. Maybe we'll remedy that if we go somewhere and we are able to kind of back in a little bit here. Got our ladder up onto the roof. Of course, this one is walkable, so I can go up there and deal with those 3 ACs if I need to troubleshoot anything. Here we've got our fuel station. So this one has the onboard generator that has its own fuel tank, and then because it's a toy hauler, there is a separate pump system with an actual gas pump hose and stuff in here, and a fuel tank for that. I can rob from this tank to put it into this tank so that I have upwards of like 30 gallons of fuel for that onboard generator. Big fan. If you see the white stuff out here, that's because, you know, being in New England, we are kind of dealing with some of the bugs up here. We have had a couple of ant invaders. So we're trying to combat that with some of the diatomaceous earth, which we've always found that works real well for us. So that's all the white stuff. This access to all of our water, black flush valve. I do also like the fact that I can turn the water pump on and off with this switch here and one inside. So if the kids need to use that back bathroom and I don't want to try to crawl over everything to get to the water pump to turn it on, I can just open this up and turn it on right here. One of our Halo Bite Tango 7 cameras that I installed. If you missed that video, check it out. Of course, we have our Moride rubber pin box that I am a huge fan of. We are huge fans of the Heartland Cyclone model, and we were really fortunate to find this model. Not only is the 4101 a little bit of a harder model to find, this model was barely used whatsoever. In fact, when we went into it that very first time, it even smelled and looked new to us. So we were super fortunate to get this one. Everybody, this is Knuckles. Knuckles is the newest member of the NOP family for probably a short term. We are at this campsite and 5 of these little guys walked into a neighbor's site. They could not find the nest, they could not find the parents, they just showed up one night. That family left and bequeathed about 3 more of them to us, and unfortunately all of the siblings have perished as it's gotten colder and colder, except for this one who was kind of the strongest of the bunch. So this is a baby gray squirrel. He is about, I don't know, we think, you know, 4 to 6 weeks old. The kids have named him Knuckles. And we're just trying to keep him alive to rehabilitate him enough to the point where he can go live on his own. So stick around because I'm sure Knuckles will have some adventures with us and we will have some adventures with Knuckles in the future. Let us know what your favorite thing is about your RV. Are you like us? Do you have like one room that just ticks all the boxes for you, or is there one specific thing? Let us know in the comments below what model you have. What's your favorite thing about it? That wraps it up, guys. Hit the thumbs up. That always helps the video. Subscribe if you're new, and we really appreciate you being here. So does Knuckles. He's getting tired. I'm getting tired. It's time to go. We'll see you out there. What's the matter? What's that? Is that a squirrel?